All right, this is part 2 of lesson 6.1. So here we're going to write a system of equations to represent a problem, and then we're going to use a graph to try and locate the solution to the system of equations. So we have two things going on here. It says, suppose one puppy weighs 5 pounds at birth and grows at a rate of 0.25 pounds per month over the first several months. Another puppy weighs 4 pounds at birth and grows at a rate of 0.5 pounds per month, or half a pound. After how many months will the puppies weigh the same amount? All right, well, let's choose some variables here. Let's let x equal the months. And we'll let y equal the weight. And so the first puppy we can represent with the equation y is equal to 0.25. I'm going to write that as 1/4 because I think it's easier to graph that. 1/4 pound per month times the number of months plus 5. And then the other puppy can be represented by the equation half a pound times the number of months plus 4. All right, and then if I make a graph of that, these two situations, so we have months down here, and we're just going to go 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Then we can have our weight here, and I think we can just go by ones on this one. That's our weight in pounds. All right. So the first puppy starts at 5 pounds, which is right here. And then it grows at a rate of 1/4 of a pound per month, which means every 4 months we're going to be going up a pound. So if I go over 4 and up 1, there's where that line will be drawn. So then if I draw a line, I'll pick purple for this puppy. There we go. All right, and the second one starts at 4 pounds and grows half pound a month. That means it takes 2 months for that puppy to grow 1 pound. So that would look like that. And if I draw that line in there, I'll pick green for that one. That would look like that. And if you notice, the two puppies both weigh 6 pounds at 4 months. So that is the common solution, and we can represent that with the ordered pair. But what that really means is in 4 months, they both weigh 6 pounds. All right. Maybe you could try it. Pause if you want. Okay, go ahead and read this. If two lines intersect at one point, so they have different slopes, the system of equations is independent and consistent. Consistent means there's a solution, at least one solution. The system of equations has one solution. If two lines are the same, they have the same slope and y-intercept. The system of equations is dependent and consistent because there is at least one solution. The system of equations has infinitely many solutions. If two lines are parallel, have the same slope and different y-intercepts, the system of equations is inconsistent. The system of equations has zero solutions, so they don't intersect. Okay, so let's look at some systems here and graph them and see if we can come up with a solution. So just the way these are written, I'm thinking I should just come up with a couple points to graph. So from this first one, let's just let y equals 0. I think that's an easy point for that one. If y is 0, then x is 2 because 2 minus 2 is 0. Now let's do one more. If x is 8, say, then we'd have 8 minus 2, which is 6, and we know that 3 times 2 is 6. So there's 2 points for that one. All right, and the second one, let's see, that one, if we let x equal 0, then y would be a fraction. I'm not sure I want to do that. But if we let y equal 0, that will work. If y is 0, then 6 times y is 0, and negative 2x plus 4, 0 minus 4 is negative 4, divided by negative 2 is 2, 0. Same point as the other one. Let's see, what else could we do here? We could do x is, if y would be, let's try that other point. I just have kind of curious about this. What if x is 8? Negative 2 times 8 is negative 16 plus 4 is negative 12. Divided by negative 6 is 2. So they have two of the same points. Well, the only way that could work is if they are the same line. So I have a point here at 2, 0, and I have a point here at 8, 2 on both lines. So this system is simply going to look like this. One line that goes through those 2 points. So this is an equation with infinite solutions. Because anything that's a solution for one equation will also be a solution for the other. Essentially, this always happens when you have the same line. And from what we just learned, that is a consistent and dependent system. Consistent meaning there's at least one solution. Dependent meaning every solution on one is a solution on the other. All right, let's try another one here. So, if these are written in slope-intercept form, so I can just put a point down here at negative 6 and use the slope 5 to create some other points. And then the other one has the other line here. And the other one has a y-intercept of 4 and a slope of 5. And that means those two lines are going to be parallel. And there they are, parallel lines. When that happens, there's no solution because a solution has to be a place where the lines cross. So we're going to say there's no solution, and that happens when lines are parallel. And as we just learned, that is called an inconsistent system, when there is no solution. All right? So what is the solution to the system? Use a graph, describe the number of solutions. One thing I will notice here is we have the same coefficient, -1 on both of them. That means these two lines are parallel. So I'm going to guess B. And since the lines are parallel, the system has no solution. All right, lesson check. Click on this one here. We're missing 29, 30, and 31. You have that in yours, and 29, inconsistent, goes with no solution. Number 30, consistent and dependent, that means infinite solutions. And number 31, consistent and independent, means one solution, exactly one solution. All right. Now to solve this system by graphing, both of these are written in slope-intercept form, so we can use the intercept, which on the first one is 6, that's right here, and then the slope is 1/2, which means every time I go up 1, I go over 2. Notice the scale is 2, so up 1 over 2 is the same as going up 2 over 4. So that would put us on that track. I can go ahead and draw that line in. All right, and the other one, y equals x minus 2, the y-intercept is -2, and the slope is 1, which means every time I go up 1, I need to go over 1, or every time I go up 2, I need to go over 2. So that would be these. And I can see I'm going to cross right there. Highlight that with another line. There it is. And so the slope of this is 1/2, the y-intercept is 6, the slope of this is 1, the y-intercept is -2, and the solution of the system is 16, 14. Of course, we would want to check that and make sure you would do 1/2 times 16 plus 6 and make sure that equals 14, and I think it does. And also 16 minus 2 is equal to 14. All right, that's the lesson. We'll see you tomorrow.